Well, hello everyone. This is my Arrma Typhon with the on-road conversion thingy for the XO1, like the front splitters and the rear diffuser, and I just wanted to show you guys how I mounted them to the Typhon chassis. For that I will pick the car up this way. Okay. So down here you get this first plate, which you mount to the front splitter thing with the bumper and all that stuff, and then you basically just drill two new holes here. I made them like 1 centimeter distance from the ending of this piece, and I mounted them right to this edge where the car or where this plastic thing would normally stop, and I found that to be a good measurement for my case right here. This I drilled out to have a hole for this little bulge from the chassis for the diff, and there have already been 2 holes here, which I just extended to the outer side since they fit the diff holes perfectly. And yeah, that was basically it for this part. Next thing I did, put the car down again. Next thing I did is I mounted this front bumper. I carved out this to fit my body, and you can see right here I've made a little aluminium piece. It's like a 1.5 millimeters thick plate that I just cut out, fitting to this and this. Drilled 2 holes and 1 hole there. There's 1 hole in the diff case that you can just use. And yeah, basically just bend it how you need it, and then it'll sit straight. And as you can see, give me a minute, this bumper is really sturdy, like it's not going anywhere. I can carry the whole car with the bumper now, so that's that. I left the whole front right here on, so there's really nothing that I put off. The shock towers are just the standard ones. They're just cut off right here, and then I basically made them a little smooth on the edges and put some black color on them so they look kinda stock, and that gives you this rally look. Right here I did pretty much nothing in the middle, and then there's this rear part. Give me a second. Okay, this rear part. There's this rear diffuser, also from the XO1. It's a bit more challenging to mount. So let's have a look at that. Let's hope the car stays. Yeah. Okay. So none of the holes that it has fit, and you actually have to carve out a lot of the plastic on that bumper. So what I did is I carved out this whole piece here, like right here, and I made it like right this, like a little edge, 90 degree. And I decided to have to still maintain these. Oh, the car's falling over. To still maintain these, since they give this whole thing the stabilization it needs, and so it isn't all floppy and stuff. It's actually pretty tight as well. And so yeah, these 2 holes are self-drilled to fit the diff holes. I can't give you a measurement for that because that's just personal fitting. Like I tested it and just put it on and eventually made some small changes. And then there's this second plate, which you can see there. So basically this rear diffuser is only mounted to the chassis with these 2 screws, and it would be really like flappy if you wouldn't have, if I wouldn't have this, which is basically just another small sheet of aluminium. I cannot give you the measurements, like it's just custom measurements. You just have to measure this distance and this distance and just make it long enough, basically bend it to how you want it. Then I mounted this plate to the diff holes. So these are the 4 diff screws. And then I mounted this to the rear diffuser, which we'll have a look at right here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. This screw, basically that. And on top comes this thing, which is mounted with that aluminium sheet. Yeah, that's pretty much it.